Alright, Mike, say something.
Yep.
Alright, I got my brother Mike Renard here. We are doing another Power Cube draft, and we're opening up pack one, pick one here, and it's a pretty easy pick. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, there's a Jace.
Yeah, I don't think we'll wheel anything out of this pack.
No.
I'm wondering what we will wheel, though.
Someone will probably take the Ulamog, the Lark, the Elf.
This will go.
The Signet will probably be gone. The Fixing. You
Yeah.
might get Inquisition or...
I feel like some people never read this card, and so they underrate it. I see the card goes so late sometimes. I don't
Which
know,
one?
The Parallax Wave.
Yeah, that can be good in the right deck.
Okay. Well, I mean, Tooth and Nail is one of my favorite cards to cube with, but we just pack on pick one to Jace, so I don't know if that's the best follow-up. Some good cards here.
I'm a big Ancestral Vision fan.
Yeah, me too. It's a lot like Ancestral Recall in your opening hand.
The other thing about taking Tooth and Nail is you've already passed an Elf, you're passing Raphellos, you're passing Woodfall Primus. These are all also cards that want Tooth and Nail.
I'm not hugely worried about signals in cube, though. Every card in the pack is good. Because the guy right next to us could have pack on pick on to Sulfuric Vortex, and he's just going to take, Jackal Pup, you know?
Yeah, I think it's either Vision. Monolith is also really strong. But Vision also, you're cutting the only really blue card here.
Yeah, Monolith is a good card. No, I think the Visions is fine, and it goes along with what we're trying to do with the J stick.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, we passed that. I don't really know how you cheat that into play with blue.
You could be blue-red with Sneak Attack or Show and Tell.
Yeah.
But you haven't seen either of those cards yet, and other people are probably going to take them if they see them.
I do like going blue-red. I also like blue-white with the Supreme Verdicts.
The Uncounterable Wrath is pretty good.
I remember our opening pack had a Magma Jet in it, and that might wheel and I like that card in a control deck. So maybe just taking the Volcanic Island over the Supreme Verdict would be fine. I like taking the Volcanic Island just because then we can start taking things like Lightning Bolt, Incinerate, and Fetch lands, and we can actually splash in the red pretty easily. Also, if we do end up going blue-red, I think that Niv-Mizzet might actually wheel out of this pack, because if you're not Izzet, you don't take this card.
Yeah.
So I'll just take the island. Okay, let's go by cost. Oh, yeah, sorry, Ancestral is 0. Interesting.
So if you're dedicated to blue-red, Koth is good, but Click is definitely going to go in your deck. I mean...
Yeah, absolutely. I like Click quite a bit. But I kind of want to take a fetch land.
No, that can't be right.
I think maybe just cutting the Click is a better idea, though. We haven't really passed a ton of good blue cards, so maybe we'll send some good signals by taking the Click.
Click is also just a good card in its own right. And, there's enough good cards in this pack that one of those might come back. In a Swiss, people don't really value Fixing as highly.
I value it pretty highly. I mean, either of these fetches, I would be stoked to get back if we do. Even the Breeding Pool, I take.
Right, but with Sword, the Burn Spell, Koth, Lotus Cobra, 4 different fixers, you've got a shot at getting one of those.
Oh, man. The Abyss is, one of my favorite cards. Going blue-black control. This card is so good.
Well, you've also got your Fixing here. There's also a Skull Clamp, which is a pretty powerful card, but not so much in blue.
Yeah, I just kind of want to take the Abyss or a fetch land here. Man, I think the Abyss is what's pulling... I mean, I really like the Moldrifter, but I think we've taken enough, card draw stuff, and Moldrifter is great and all, but I think the most potential comes from the Abyss. This card's really good, and it's easily splashable, too.
I think the most potential comes from Skull Clan.
Yeah, I mean, that is definitely possible.
I know you are a big Abyss fan. I have not had as much success with it. Wow.
Well, Time Twister is a fine card if you're the deck that dumps its hand really quickly, but if you're not, then it's not nearly as good.
On the other hand, Sower is awesome.
The Sower's really good. Baleful Strix is also a card I really like.
Yeah,
It's
Sower's
also an
card.
artifact, so it works well with the Abyss, too.
Strix might wheel, and you don't even know that you're black yet, but you are definitely blue again, and Sower is almost always going to be awesome.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Sower. I'll take the Time Twister, it's fine. Ooh. Dream Halls. I like Dream Halls with the Time Twister.
Well, now you're getting into, like, crazy combo land.
I kind of like the Bloodstained Mire, actually, because then we can play the Abyss and we can also play Volcanic Island. Yeah, I like that.
I'm not a big Dream Halls fan, because it lets your opponent do the same thing.
Right, but like with Time Twister, it's insane. You just you just throw your whole hand away and then Time Twist and then throw your whole hand away again.
Yeah, but you also let them do the same thing, right? It's a symmetrical effect.
I've never really gotten a chance to play with this guy. I'm going to take Fire Ice here.
You could also take a Ritual and hope that Necropotence wheels.
No, I'm going to take Fire Ice. Because I'm definitely going to play this card. Dark Ritual is fine, but the Abyss is probably just a splash card here. What did I say about that wheeling? Inquisition's good. I like Magma Jet, though. It's nice.
Rakdos Signet lets you splash both your colors.
True.
And it's acceleration.
I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Magma Jet, though.
Yeah, Jet's a good card.
Kind of goes along with our card advantage thing, too. Like, it allows us to be good against aggro, which is nice because as in your game or your match you just played where you got beat up by aggro playing the control deck.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of playing Grixis Control here, because to go for the throat is the pick here.
You've got to take Monolith.
Yeah, Monolith is
so much better than you can find a million kill spells.
No, you're right, and I also might not be playing black. Monolith is much better. You're right. What is it?
You got your big finisher.
Yeah. Interesting. Koth and Brimstone Volley.
Koth.
I think I'd take Koth, though. I'm probably not playing this Time Twister, and I'm not sure about this whole black strategy. Actually, Koth is pretty good with the Abyss.
Yes, it is, actually. I mean, all Planeswalkers are going to be great with the Abyss. It looks like you're just kind of a aggro burn deck. I mean, control burn deck.
Yeah, aggro control. I'm going to hide Keldon Marauders, although that is a potentially playable card.
Yeah, I mean, not in the same deck that has Grim Monolith, probably. Although I guess it could be.
This is not a totally exciting cards. Or exciting pack.
Yeah. I think I would take the Planeswalker here.
Jace?
Yeah. Especially if you do splash that Abyss, like, going mono Planeswalkers is pretty great, because it puts a lot of pressure on your opponent and doesn't necessarily give them an answer.
Sphinx's Revelation is really good, too.
Yeah, but you're not white. You know you're blue.
I'm not white yet.
That's true.
I don't know. I mean, like, taking a second Jace when I already have a Jace is not the best.
Yeah, but, I mean, back in Cobblade days, people played 3 or 4 Jaces in a single deck of the same exact one.
Right, I know.